Welcome everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss about unpaid domestic labor. The fact that women in India make up nearly half the population but account for less than a quarter of its paid workforce has vexed and baffled economists for long. According to World Bank's report, just 9 countries around the world, including Syria and Iraq, now have a fewer proportion of working women than India. In India, as in many other countries, the economic fallout of COVID-19 pandemic has had a disproportionate effect on women. Women's job and livelihood have been more vulnerable to the pandemic. Globally, the COVID related job loss rate for women is about 1.8 times higher than that of men. There are several reasons for this disproportionate effect on women. A major factor is that coronavirus has significantly increased the burden of unpaid care. According to one survey, COVID 19 has increased about 30% the time women in India spend on family responsibilities. They raise children, they shop, they cook, they clean, they attend to the old and sickly, and so on. This domestic unpaid layer is the foundation on which most economies are built. And as one report notes, although not all of this work is done by female, globally, women and girls are responsible for 70% of unpaid care and domestic work in homes and communities every day. Women in India spend more than 7 hours a day on unpaid domestic and caregiving duties in the house, or more than double the time that men spend on the same activity, as per the result of new NSS report from the Ministry of Statistics. And we are not just talking about housewives here, we are also talking about women with actual jobs. These ladies have to be part breadwinner and still do most of the unpaid work back home. And when a pandemic makes landfall, these inequalities are only magnified. In most relationships, women do not make as much money as men, and as a consequence, their work is seen as being subordinate to the primary cause. So, when you have to work from home and unpaid labor increases disproportionately, it is women that bear the brunt of the burden. Unsurprisingly, they are forced to quit work prematurely and help the family out. UN General Assembly, in its report, argued that women will continue to experience inequalities unless their unpaid work is recognized and redistributed. One thing is very clear: what is good for gender equality is also good for economy. This was true before COVID 19, but it is more important than ever in the turbulence of the COVID 19 pandemic. Now, the data suggests that men have lost more jobs than women during these past few months. But that is only because female participation in the labor force is still quite pitiful. Meaning, even if a few women were forced to quit their jobs, the impact would be more pronounced. And don't get me wrong, I am not saying women are being forced to step away only because they have to deal with stuffs back home. No, in fact, a good number of women are being laid off because they are working in jobs that have no need for them. In an online survey conducted jointly by sociologists at the University of Maryland, US, and sociologists at IIT Delhi, found that there was a large increase in the time women were spending on the housework and childcare during this COVID 19 pandemic in most metropolitan cities. From 55% of women doing the cooking before the lockdown, 79% were now doing the cooking. Their sample being urban and well off, most of the increase came from women substituting for the work that paid domestic workers had been doing for the households before COVID 19. India's labor statistics do a poor job of capturing the paid and unpaid work performed by educated, better off women. Researches has found that women are more likely to work in sectors particularly affected by the pandemic and lockdown restrictions, including hospitality, retail, and tourism. Economists at Asoka University in Haryana found that absolute number of men who reported having lost employment in April was much larger than number of women who reported losing their jobs. Over 100 million men lost jobs against 17 million women. But this is in large part due to the larger share of men in the paid workforce. In percentage term, the fall in employment among men was only 29% compared with a figure of 39% for women. 4 out of every 10 women who were working during the last year lost their jobs during the lockdown. Many of these jobs will return, though how many will return to women is uncertain. As one article notes, with more than 60% of women employed in informal sectors, options like working from home and virtual workspaces are not viable. These economies already operate in a cycle of poor wages, discrimination, and horrible working conditions. They will simply do away with female employees. Such was the case for domestic and garment factory workers. They were instantly dismissed across the country without any proper notice or compensation. Besides, the urban rural migration could displace women employed in agriculture as men return to take over. But that is not all. Women also have to deal with other more pressing issues back home. When stress and financial difficulties build up, domestic violence inevitably follows. They are really fighting the odds here. Nobody has paid attention to women suffering from domestic violence during the lockdown till the UN and the WHO recognized it and said that this is a pandemic within the pandemic and women are really locked down within the lockdown. It can be concluded that Indian women were doing more of the housework and childcare than men both before and after the COVID 19 outbreak. Perhaps the only silver lining to this story is that, at least in India, some men seems to be stepping up. Sociologists found that the median woman was putting in a little under 5 hours of housework in a day and the median men a little under 90 minutes a day at the end of last year. By April this year, women were still doing the lion's share, but as households were forced to fold inwards, some hard divisions got blurred. By April, both men and women were spending more time on housework, but the average gap between men and women decreased by 1 hour. The narrowing of the gap was driven in large part by recently unemployed men contributing more to housework. And while this is not a sizable contribution by any sense of imagination, it does offer hope. After all, that's all we want, isn't it? A little adjustment. Unpaid labor doesn't have to be this unequal. So, let's start contributing our fair share now. Thank you.